Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170 The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans, and our special guest right now, Mr. Andrew Sunseri with San Diego Door Pros. First time in the studio, Andrew.
Good to be here.
Are you nervous at all?
No, not anymore.
No. There's like 2 cameras looking at you. There's all these microphones everywhere. You sure you're not nervous?
First time at a radio show. So
maybe a little bit.
A little bit?
First time.
A little bit.
So
I've been on the news, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
A couple of years ago, KUSI wanted to do a story on garage doors opening up by themselves.
Okay.
And so the reason that was happening was because the Navy was not turning off their radar when they were coming into port.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching CSI.
That's a trip. I wonder.
Have you watched CSI Cyber? This show scares the crap out of me. CSI
When do you have
Cyber,
time, man? As busy as you are, when do you have time? Is that just one of the ones you DVR?
I like to unplug every once in a while.
I know, but do you DVR it? Or you just watch it when it's on?
It's on demand.
Oh.
Yeah,
What's on demand? I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So on CSI Cyber, they basically build the show around actual things that have happened in the news, to real people. And they'll talk about how people can hack into your garage door system and control your garage door remotely. They've talked about how they could hack into like your printer and make your printer catch on fire by overriding the overheating circuitry. Like, it's insane. The show's scary. If you haven't watched the new CSI Cyber, probably don't, because it's going to freak you out about technology. You're going to just end up throwing your phone away. You're going to be like Jason, don't have any technology in your house at all. I mean, the show can scare you.
Be like your dad, right? Definitely my dad. My dad has like zero technology. Zero.
Yeah, it runs in the family. We know.
Oh, good deal.
Definitely.
So, Andrew, how long you guys been doing business here in San Diego?
We've been in San Diego since 2009, and Door Pros has actually been around since 2002. We started up in Sacramento, Bay Area, and San Diego's our third location.
Nice. And you're from Sacramento. We were talking during the break.
Right.
And you moved down here when?
In 2005 for San Diego State. Graduated there in
Aztecer. There we go, Paul. We got another Aztecer in the house, man.
So
Wow.
Talk a little about your company. Do you own the company?
I do.
All right. So what made you get into this line of work?
It was completely unexpected, and it's been a family business to begin with. Not necessarily my family, but people I view as family. And when I graduated college, it was 2008, so there was literally nothing. And I took a reality check and got together with my best friend, and we duplicated what he was doing up in Sacramento, and we've been literally taking off since 2009, when the recession was at its worst, and growing 50% every year.
And a little shout out to your best friend. Who's your best friend there?
Josh Camilleri.
Josh. We're going to send a copy of this to Josh, man.
Perfect.
Hey, Josh, thanks for duplicating and helping Andrew set up a business down here. This is awesome. I know you started up there, but I'm sure you helped a little bit in masterminding and putting stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's what Kyle and I have worked with a lot of people throughout the United States on, hey, how can we duplicate the success you're having? And a lot of people come to Kyle like, hey, how can we duplicate the success you're having? And I'm sure in return, he's probably come to you like, hey, you're doing really well. Teach me some of the new tricks, what's working.
Right.
So what's some of the coolest things that you're doing with garage doors and different doors you put up?
Some of the coolest things is, the fact that we can literally make anything that you're looking for your home in terms of a garage door overhead entrance. So if you're looking for a completely clear glass, modern look, if you're looking for something that you want to draw on paper, we can make it, and we can make it go up and go down and open up with your phone.
So whatever my mind can probably think of, you guys could probably design and somehow put that together for me.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, Amanda, watch out, honey. So I like that glass door entrance. We're looking to add an additional garage to our house, do an existing garage conversion into some additional home space. And so Kyle's like, hey, you really need kind of that wow, because our house is really cool inside, but it's not cool outside yet. And I'm doing some designs and stuff on that. But he was like, hey, garage door would be really nice. And so my first thought was, hey, like a glass door. And my wife's like, oh no. But she's contemporary, so she likes kind of that look. But while you were sitting here talking about it, she has barn doors for her office, which are kind of unique. And so maybe a type of a barn door. I'm sure you've seen some stuff, especially from Sacramento, some type of, barn door, at least face that rolls up, or, what have you done down here in San Diego kind of barn door related?
We actually did a beautiful project about a month ago, completed in North Park area where your office is. and that door is literally completely custom from the ground up. We went out, did some measurements for swing out garage doors, and it's actually made for an artist who lives along the art street fair that goes on in North Park. Right. And, he basically wanted to turn his garage into an art studio. So we did 2 single wide swing out garage doors that are stained mahogany.
Nice.
Yeah. And,
that's classic. I love that. And that's perfect for North Park for an artist, right?
Right. We flipped a property in North Park last year, and it had a garage, and it actually made more sense to make it into an art studio than it did to keep it as a garage.
Yeah, it's worth more value to,
that's what
especially within that
want
neighborhood.
In that neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very, very artsy, trendy neighborhood, and that kind of thing flies. That's cool.
Yeah, we knew it was a high profile project, so we wanted to make sure it was a perfect looking piece of art to attract people, and it's given us business in return.
That's awesome. Again, you're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170. We're talking with Andrew Sunseri with San Diego Door Pros. What are some of the other trends that you're seeing out there? So the barn doors, I mean, like the reclaimed wood, whether it be real wood or even wood look, I know that that's super, super popular right now. What are some of the other trends that you're seeing in garage doors?
We're actually doing a little bit of experimenting with some of our manufacturers. Some people are actually wanting to do a little bit of like a burned look on the wood of their door, which obviously has to go with a certain type of house. But mostly, the coastal areas are really taking to these glass doors. They're not as expensive as you may think.
And they're not going to rust like everything else that probably gets put down there next to the salt water.
And super durable, aluminum frames, and we could do whatever glass that you could ever think of, like bronze tinted, white laminate. Even if you wanted to go more cost effective, we do, like composite glass. It's not even.
So give me a range. What are you seeing like as your low end garage door for like a really tight guy? Like I want to, put something in a rental property and I want just something really basic, to like my own house. If I want to do something kind of cool and different, kind of like we're talking about the North Park type of door. What are we seeing as far as price ranges with you?
Right. So, if you're looking to just increase the value of your home, switch from a wooden flip up to a sectional roll up. You want to put in a reliable opener, we can do all that for under $1,000.
Nice.
Which is, huge. And that's a price point we like to stick with, because it's, it's competitive and it's a competitive industry. So we want to keep that for our customers, but also we want to be able to do, like I said, everything custom. And, moving out, we can really, one garage door can cost as much as $15,000.
Okay, so $1,000 to $15,000 is what you're looking at. That's reasonable. I mean, that's
right.
I'm just trying to get an idea in my head, and I know we have a lot of people listening right now that just want to kind of go like, well, how much is a garage door on the basic side to the high end? Because that's what I'm thinking of. So if you're out there listening, out there, I always say that, right? Craig Sewing, sorry, Craig sponsors us. He gives me a hard time for saying out there. I guess it's just in my repertoire. I'm not trying not to say it, Kyle, and I still say it. And Kyle's like, I just blew that word up too. Kyle's laughing. What's the best way to contact you, Andrew?
Ball.
Yeah, save that.
Repertoire.
Just go to our website. It's San Diego Door Pros. That's PROS.com. And you've got everything you need right there. We've got a Contact a Pro Now form where you can just tell us what's on your mind. If you're thinking about getting a new garage door, you could tell us that your garage door is about to fall and you're in an emergency. We'll get back with you really quickly.
All right. That's
I
easy.
love it. So one of the other big trends, I know we were looking at our office. We were telling all these leasing agents, we want to have a roll-up garage door in our office. And they all looked at me like I was crazy. So have you guys done anything like that before?
Yeah. We've actually done quite a few commercial applications, especially for those glass doors. One in particular, a residence / commercial, upstairs being the residence, doing 2 glass roll-up doors overlooking the ocean, and downstairs, glass roll-up doors for the entrance to the office.
That could actually be a really cool way to save money, because everybody down at the beach, they do those accordion doors.
Right.
And I know
we were
Jason,
talking about those are real expensive.
Yeah,
That's what my wife
Jason,
wanted.
When you guys were redoing your house in Mount Helix, you looked at doing those accordion doors, and they're like $20,000.
Yeah, it was insane.
They're insanely expensive. But if you did the glass roll-up garage doors and got your flow, your open flow that way. That would be really cool.
On average, those are about 20% of the cost of those accordion roll-up.
Wow.
Yeah.
20%.
So what can you do as far as, you don't want to have big tracks and stuff. Like, let's say it's to your living room. You don't want to have big tracks going into your living room. So how can that part be addressed?
We've even done a kitchen window as a roll-up door, and they obviously were remodeling this house. They wanted a nice-looking kitchen. They didn't want springs and track and rollers everywhere, so we completely powder-coated everything white, and down to the springs that lift the cables. Everything is white, which
is that on your site? Is that something we can look at?
It is.
All right. So again, San Diego
doorpros.com.
Doorpros.com.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yep, and we also have a really easy phone number, is 619-770-0300. And in terms of going with that non-intrusive look, like I said, we're really aiming to please the customer, so really whatever you can dream up.
My mind is already spinning with ideas.
So is mine. So is mine, Kyle. I'm like, this is great to have a garage door guy in. Now, do you do any other doors, or does the company do just garage doors?
We like to think of ourselves as completely overhead, but we do work with a lot of manufacturers that produce front doors as well. And the reason why we do that is so you can actually match your garage door with your front door.
You're my man, Andrew. So. We're going to talk after the show.
I think you just earned some business, if not from Jason, from those that are listening right now.
I'm already thinking of the garage door, the new garage door I want to put, that huge slider we have right now. My wife isn't happy with. She wanted those accordion ones. But I'm already thinking like a garage door. We'll have to talk, see if we can figure it out, make her happy on how it rolls up. We'll see. And then being a Charger guy, I actually have a gold door. On a blue house. It's like a blue-gray house. I have a gold door, and Kyle's been there. It's crazy. But I want to have a super nice door when everything's wrapped up and finished here in the next 18 months so that when you go home, you want to, feel like, hey, I'm born and raised here 45 years, huge Charger fan. I want to be, relaxed and be proud of the house I have. And everybody laughs at me because I got the Charger bolt on my Volt and Chargers all over my house, and I'm wearing Charger on my chest, So that's what.
So you're gonna have to make a glass door for Jason, but the glass is gonna have to be lightning bolts.
Yeah, can we do it inside? We'll figure it out, man. There'll be a way.
And it's got to light up blue and yellow.
So listen, I know we're getting ready to go break, but the landscape architect asked me yesterday, Jason, if the Chargers go to the Raid or go to Carson, what are we gonna do with your landscape? Because I'm landscaping into I got some bold ideas. We'll talk about that coming back after the break. Again, you're listening to 1170 AM. This is Whissel Wednesdays with Kyle Whissel and Jason Hall. We'll be right back.